Good morning, y'all. My name is LiAngelo, aka Ogary. Welcome to the first episode of We Ballin' Over Here, man. Jeez. Yeah. So, this, I would say podcast, I would say sports show, I would say all of that. All that good stuff. It's typically gonna cover, I guess I'm gonna start it off right now with the JBA. Last night, the JBA kicked off. Big Baller Brand, JBA, Junior Basketball Association, had their first two games. They were amazing. They were amazing. Yes, I watched both games from start to finish. They were amazing. The thing that jumped out at me right away was the hunger. And I should say, pardon me, I do have my daughter here, Mariana, and I think she'll be a part of this program today. So you can say hi. But yes, the things that really stood out to me, I'm not going to go in depth because, I didn't get all the stats and stuff that I want right now. I'm trying to get that information, but I was unable to. So I'm just going to talk about, the holes around it. So I'm going to dive into the game a little bit, but I'm going to talk about just everything else around it. Just as the first one. Oh, sorry, I almost knocked over my computer. But this is the first one, and we're just going to talk about how it looked, how it felt, my feedback from seeing the crowd, seeing the players, all of that. So let's get into it, man. We ain't going to waste no time. So last night, the JBA started their league. They had their first two games that was on last night. The first game, I'm trying to get that information again, was against the Chicago Ballers versus, oh my gosh, see that? This is crazy. Hold up, people, please give me a sec. Yes. Yesterday's game was the Atlanta Ballers versus the Chicago Ballers, which the Atlanta Ballers ended up winning. So I was very intrigued by this whole JBA thing from the get-go. So, I was tuning in. I put on my Facebook. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook as well, LiAngelo, Ogary, all that good stuff. I put on there that, I'm checking out for I'm checking out the JBA. Sorry, I say UBA. There's a league that I play in as well. But, so I've been promoting the JBA because I'm a believer of, the whole thing Lavar Ball is doing, the whole Big Baller Brand, the kids involved, the father showing that, dads are in kids' lives and they can get them to where they need to go. They can be productive human beings. So I was very big on Big Baller Brand. So it was nothing for me to transition over to the JBA. And it's actually one of the first times I've ever really checked for high school, I would say, players, because they have the McDonald's All-American and all of that stuff, but for some reason, I just never really got into it. I didn't know much about these guys. I didn't see them play before. I don't know. There was no interest. I guess, I don't know why. I like the dunk contest, the three-point, all that good stuff, the All-Star games, but I just never found myself interested in it. But, hey, here comes the JBA, something new, something fresh, something original, and basically it's amazing because one of the takeaways I take from it is that these players are actually going to be maybe a bit more NBA ready than some of these college players. Reason I say that is they're playing by the NBA rules. So if you get a chance, an opportunity to play by a rule longer as opposed to shorter, I think you'd be more successful when you get a longer opportunity. So I do believe the fact that the rules are NBA rules does help the players transition if they do get the opportunity to go to the NBA. So I like that aspect of the JBA. Also, I like the fact that these kids have been slept on. It's almost like, their opportunity was about to be passed up, and it's just like they have such a hunger right now that you cannot have anything close to food around them because they're hungry for this right now, man. This is some of their last opportunities. Some of them are getting to a certain age where they're not eligible, or well, I shouldn't say that because you can always go overseas and all of that stuff. But some of them feel like their window is closing, so This to me brings out a lot of players that's hungry, determined, and willing to put in the work. Because remember, these guys are also getting paid, so these guys are not just having to go to class. This is their career now, in a sense. So these guys have to invest time into it, and I believe they're only gonna get better. Some people say, "Oh, they're D2," but if they were right there, think about it. Think about it this way: they were right there, this close to making the college, and now they have time to just focus on basketball alone. They have access to the facilities that they need. They're getting paid, so they don't have to stress about how am I gonna pay this? I gotta go get this part-time job, this that, whatever. They are strictly focused on basketball. I believe you're gonna see a lot of improvement from these players. A lot. The product is not finished being put on the floor yet, because when these guys start getting into shape, understanding the plays, understanding their teammates, and I mean they already have some high flyers in there. So can't remember one off my head right now, but in the first game there was a few dunks that I really like, and it was even a putback. Even Melo had a putback actually. So it was entertaining. I mean the first game, the Chicago Ballers versus the Atlanta Ballers. That game was interesting. I mean, the Atlanta Ballers did defeat them, but it was more the fact Chicago kept fighting, because there was a few times they were down by 20 points and they came back. Like a few times, legit 20 points. Even I think in the fourth quarter at one point they were down by close to 20, or if not 20, and they came right back. So that team is very encouraging, or that game was encouraging, because sitting there as a fan, sometimes we don't know these players from nowhere, so we don't really can't root for nobody, so we're just rooting for a good, exciting game down to the wire. And it gave me that feeling. It made me feel like the game was gonna go down to the wire, so I kept looking forward to that. So I like that aspect of it. Let me not ramble on too much. Let me just see. But I just want to, as I said, this is not really to go in depth on the stats or anything like that, and it's just talking about what I saw first JBA games, and I know there's a lot more things to come, a lot of improvements to come, so I'm not mad at it like that. I want to send a big shout out to AB the Hero. Big up yourself, AB the Hero, because you know what? I remember before this guy even got to where he is, I did say to him, I'm like, yo, bro, I like your channel, because I was supporting this. I was following him, and it looked like his channel got deleted, and then all of a sudden I found another one, and then it was like 100 subscribers, 300 subscribers, something like that. And I was like, hey man, I know your channel, don't worry, bro, because he's put out a video saying something like he didn't know what happened to the channel, all of a sudden it just got deleted. So I said, bro, don't worry about that, man, you're gonna have a bigger, better channel. Bam, no time, look at the man. Bam, look at the man, courtside commentator. Bam, big up yourself, doing a great job. Bam, easy the man. AB the Hero, big up yourself, bro. And yeah, so not to ramble on, let me finish this up. But Lamelo, I can't lie, I'm a fan of Lamelo. I mean, I like his game in the way that I think he has a lot of upside. Do I think he is a little cocky, flamboyant? Yeah, and sometimes that's what makes you a great superstar, because you need that little cockiness, Yeah, so, but he played an amazing game. One thing about him, I can definitely say he's not a selfish player. As much as he likes to shoot, don't get me wrong, he might not take the best shots, or he might not take the closest shots, but he is not a selfish player. I seen this guy give up some dimes yesterday, and even that over the head one of the first ones in the play. I remember Malone, he was hot. He hit like 2 layups in a row, and then there was a play where Melo came down, and there was a guy in the middle of the paint, and he just kicked it to the right-hand side, and I was like, it was like a nice pass. So, and he banged the 3. So LaMelo is a guy that his upside is bright. We already see it. Like, it's bright. So I'm looking forward to more games by him. He finished with 40, 11 and 9. Yeah, and the LA Ballers did beat the New York Ballers, and he's 16, man. Melo's 16, playing with older guys, standing out amongst the older guys, only to get better. That 2-hand dunk, I was like, yo, I see them getting better. What's that? I know. Don't worry. let me just finish. Let me wrap up. So yeah, as I said, I'm here with my baby. But yeah, Lamelo, that putback, I was like, yo, he actually made me look like, you remember that Tom Chambers dunk where I think he needs somebody and it kind of gave him a little elevation. I felt like that because I'm like, wow, did Melo? I just 2 days ago I was watching, and he getting his one hand, but like that was a Russell Westbrook. He all put up his hand, said to the crowd, "Come here, come." Man. So it was good to see Melo come out. I mean, his shots didn't fall exactly how he wanted. Some of these one-legged three-pointers, all of that, he pulled one shot right, like 2 steps past the half court. I was like, wow, this kid's not playing. And he's 16 years old, brave, willing to take that type of shot in front of that much people, or just willing to take it. And I congratulate him on that, for having that kind of toughness, that kind of fervor to do that, man. So all in all, the first JBA games were amazing. I'm glad I'm a part of history. I was able to witness it, and I know I'm almost done. And it was actually, even the Facebook app, I didn't have it on my phone, and I had to go get it because I wanted to watch it live. And it was amazing because I like that whole experience as well too, because while you're watching the game, you can put up the comments, you can see what people are saying, you can disable the comments. Hold on, one second. You can disable the comments. You can also the fact that if you have a smart TV, you can transfer it over there. The games came with a lot, so there was a lot of things. Okay, hold on, let me pick her up. Come here. Don't you see Daddy recording? Daddy's recording. It's the first JBA league update I'm doing. Okay, so y'all hear that? I gotta bounce. The noise is getting crazy. My baby said, "Daddy, I want some time. You spending too much time with these people." So y'all subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification button. Please come back. Leave a comment in the description. Let me know what y'all thought about the first JBA game. Let me know who's your favorite player, who to look out for. Let me know what you think of Lamelo. Man, come on, man. We balling over here. Aha! Cha.